Alright. Fuck off. Alright. Pop-ups, more like poop-ups. But yep, we're gonna delve into the first half of Starlight Barbecue in this episode. And I have a bit of a rant that I'm going to be getting into. Because something has been really frustrating me for years now. And it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit to get into the video. Or not the video, the rant. Do we have any we don't have any Starlight Barbecue posters? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. That'll work. All right. Let's get started. Now, we should be getting 7 customers a day now. Because from what I understand, that's what we get when we reach the 3rd holiday. Is the 7 customer mark. Time to check your customers. Ugh, okay. All right. Wow, all those point boosts and we're still ahead on filler customers. Yipe. Oh, wait, okay, yeah. I thought I said it. The Starlight Barbecue was on the lift. But no, it's the other way around. Ugh! Marty! You're so picky! I'm gonna start calling him Marty Girl. But yeah, I don't wanna... get into my rant too early, because I don't want to, just run out of stuff to talk about when I'm still in the middle of the video. So I'll probably just keep this casual for the first few days, and then the second half or so of the video I'll get into my planned rant. You'll probably agree with me a lot more on this one than you will the self-insert, creators inserting themselves into their own stuff. This rant, on the other hand, you'll probably either agree with or may not have much knowledge about. Which was also a result of the self-insert discussion to an extent. Yep, 7 customers. Makes things more chaotic, but hey, we need all these points. I'm probably not going to bother with coupons for a while, because sometimes I don't even have any 4-star coupons to give out, so let's just focus on the specials for now. Oh, shoot. I think Quinn is behind a star. Wait, no. Wait. Is she? Oh, no. I have to get her to 4 stars. I just have to get her to 4 stars. Never mind. Alright. Never mind. False alarm. I don't know if we're going to get to day 30 in this episode, but we will see. I like to, when I'm doing the first half, I tend to play a little bit more than half. I just say half, because it's 2 episodes, it's almost half. But, I do play a little more than halfway, so there is a chance we could. Get to day 30, we'll see. Because we're going to get a point boost because of Moose. Man, I love fall. I'm glad we're pretty much in fall right now. I forgot to change my trim. Oh, okay, Starch Fan has 4 stars. I might give him a coupon. Oh yeah. Something else I want to talk about. I'm probably gonna be a bit busy this week. And on Saturday. Not this, past Saturday that we just had, but, the 20th. Yeah, ugh. Mardi Gras ruined my perfect day. Ooh, I already have one. Nice. Ooh, and he'll become silver. Nice. Yeah, I'll probably be a little bit busier this next week. Because we're getting ready for the party I mentioned. That will be on September 20th. I'm going to try to go to the store with my dad. And I have a haircut appointment. Either Wednesday or Ooh, Taru's here again. Oh, she favorites Starlight Barbecue. That means you'll probably be seeing her more often, Green Ethan. Don't screw me over again, Mardi Gras. The thing is, my grandmother said Wednesday the 18th. But the kicker is The 18th actually falls on a Thursday, so I'm honestly not 100% sure if she meant, you know, Wednesday the 17th or Thursday the 18th. That's something I'm gonna have to verify with her this week. So yeah, I have that to do. And, you know, my dad is gonna help me clean my room and stuff. Because, you know, some stuff is a bit, like, is a bit harder, but, yeah. And, especially, like, deep cleaning, you know, I do struggle with deep cleaning. But I can wipe down surfaces and, you know, pick up stuff off the floor. But yeah, we're gonna do that this week, like I said. Then I have a haircut appointment. And I'm gonna try to go to HEB with my dad next week as well. 'Cause number one, I like getting out. And number two, you know, the other reason I like going to the store with my dad is I can help pick out some stuff to eat. So, yeah. So yeah, those are the three main things I'm gonna have to do this week. Of course, I'll still have some downtime and whatnot, but you know how it is. You know, my schedules are very light, but this week will be more eventful than usual. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know, we can still premiere, but I think we should keep it, you know, a bit lighter than a bit lighter for the following week or so. And, you know, I mentioned about this already, but I'm probably not gonna record every day. In fact, there's a good chance I may, you know, take a bit of a break from doing recordings. Because not only am I gonna be a bit more occupied this next week, but I also want to focus on my writing more. You know, I feel more in the mood to do that than to do recordings. So yeah. Plus, it will leave it to only where you have stuff to premiere. And, you know, that will help keep our premiere schedule light, you know. I can take a break and, you know, just focus on, you know, my writing instead, but you can still have your premieres. So yeah. Ooh, all right. I like that special. So yeah, I think that'll work out really well. I might still, you know, it isn't set in stone, but yeah, I'm just saying, please don't count on me to always, you know, to always have something recorded. because, you know, sometimes I'm just more in a mood to do other stuff, such as writing or just laying or just chilling. So yeah, and that could be even more apparent for this next week. Impatient, 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 impatient. I'll try to get more for my lobby. Hopefully my customers will start being more patient. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm not really sure how busy I'm gonna be next week, so I definitely want to keep recordings and premieres a bit on the lighter side. Plus, I'm trying to get the next, oh my god, the next chapter of Since We Were Kids out. In fact, you know, I tend to work on that while you are premiering. I mean, don't worry. I still watch, you know, I still listen and I still, you know, watch your premieres, but it's also a good time for me to just focus on my fan fiction projects. Oh my god, I'm low on fun. Well, not low, but I can't really buy too much. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. Yeah, let's change the trim. Or just do white and white, why not? Alright, it's not a point special, but it's still a very satisfying special to make, so I'll change it to Smokehouse Sampler. Plus, it does give us extra stars, which is a pretty solid bonus award. Oh, payday, good. But yeah, I'm gonna be especially busy on the 20th. I mean, I'll still have downtime, but that's the day of the party, so knowing how my family is, you know, the party will probably only be a few hours. You know, my dad doesn't really like to keep things going for long, you know. He's the type of person that kind of likes to keep things a bit on the shorter side. A few hours, and then, you know, he just kind of wants things to end so he can have time to himself and do his usual thing. But yeah, that will be during the day, and we'll mostly hang out at nighttime. But yeah, I may be tired that night. We will see. Another thing, too, for future reference is, you know, my sleep schedule does tend to change up on me sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll stay up through a lot of the night and sleep in, but there are times where I do tend to go to sleep earlier and wake up earlier in the morning, so don't be alarmed if there are, a string of nights where we can't premiere. My sleep schedule is weird, you know. It's all over the place, you know. It's all over the place, and it's constant, and it does tend to rotate between me being an early bird and me being a night owl. Ooh. I'm probably going to give her a coupon tomorrow so she can become a silver. Today's your lucky day, Ethan. Oh, fuck. Why did I make... What? I'll make yours later. I'm running behind. You know, the 2-star order can also be advantageous because you could have someone with 3 stars. You can serve him the order, and they will get a point bonus. Wait, what? Amy, what did I do wrong? I hate how we don't have score details. I mean, I'm glad they were added later at least. But, oh my god. What did I do? Oh, she wanted the chicken strips on the right side. I thought she just wanted everything around the plate. Oh my god. Yeah. Things do get a bit chaotic once you reach the 7 customer point. Okay, that should be the closer, yeah. Sandra, yeah. Alright. I'll take her order in a little bit. I don't want to get too behind on tickets. But yeah, I'll probably start my rant at when we probably the next day when we get to rank 18, which should be after this day. Sorry. I'm laughing at some of the Weakness Heat 96's rants. Because sometimes he'll do a rant on something like, serious. Or, something that everyone should agree on hating. like canker sores or spiders or computer viruses. And like he'll assume that there's people that like those things, and then he'll be like, there's something seriously wrong with you, or I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. I hope he's not watching this, but I am unfortunately a bit skeptical now, because I don't want to get into it in this video, but there was a bit of a conflict with him and, you know, another group of people. And, you know, I don't want to take sides or stuff, so I'm just kind of laying low and just playing it cool with both sides, because I still enjoy his rant, you know, I still enjoy his rants and stuff. I just want to be cautious. Alright, so we should have 2 more days, so I'll get started on the rant. And this is gonna be a rant on video games that don't allow you to restart your progress. Man, this frustrates me so much. I hate it when a video game doesn't allow you to restart your progress. And unfortunately, like, you know, this is such a basic feature that every video game should have, but unfortunately, so many video games fail to implement it for some reason. Ooh, nice. Oh, I was crap. I'm sorry, Ethan. I forgot to give Taru a coupon. I'll try to remember to give her one in the next episode. But yeah, I don't know why, but this is such a basic feature that so many video games fail to implement. Be it, you know, mobile games, games on Steam, console games, you know. A lot of games just don't have the option for some reason. And there's not, you know, they don't have it in game, or they don't have it in like settings either. Now you're probably asking, well, why would you want to start over? Well, there are a couple of reasons. Number 1, you took a hiatus from the game and you would rather, you know, start over rather than you know, come back and play the game when you're already in the middle of it. I've never really liked to do that. It just feels weird to me. And number 2, you know, maybe you want to do a Let's Play on the game. You don't want to start a Let's Play when you're already in the middle of, like, the game. Or in the middle of the ranks or whatever. Oh, okay. Well, Taru came anyway. I'm probably not going to give her a coupon then. Sorry. But at least she came anyway. Oh, nice. But yeah, I just don't understand, like, why are so many games missing this option? And then, and then depending on where you're playing the game, they could have like an alternative way of, deleting your current progress. For example, Nintendo is pretty good about this. There's not a way to, delete your, for example, Miitopia progress in game. But what you do is you go to settings and delete your data for, the game. And each game has its own data, so it's not like you're deleting your data for all your games. Just specific ones. I have been trying to figure out a way to delete game progress on Steam. Because some games have an in-game way to do so, but other games do not. Like, for example, the deluxe games, you can just delete your progress in game. But I literally don't understand why video games some video game developers fail to add that. Like, what gives? Or at least have like multiple like game files. A lot of video games only have, like, one game file. I wish there was a way to at least, have, like, multiple, again, some games do this, some games do not. But that's something else a lot of games lack, is the ability to have multiple playthroughs going at once. I hate it when a game only allows you to have like one, and then you can't even delete it. There's a I haven't added it to my dock, but there's a game I kind of want to do a Let's Play on, but I probably won't be able to for a while because I can't delete my current progress, or, you know, start, you know, a second playthrough or whatever. It's very, 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 very frustrating. Oh crap, oh wait. Oh, wow, I thought I forgot to make Hugo's wings at... Wait, Hugo, right? Wait, I forgot whose order this was. Yippies? Was it Yippies? What was it? Pennies? I forgot. But yeah. And, you know, I've tried doing everything under the sun on Steam, but nothing seems to work. I tried to disable my cloud saves. I tried to delete my game files, then reinstall the game. Like, how the hell are you, you know, and I've tried looking it up too. You know, I've tried looking up different ways of, you know, deleting your game progress on Steam, but you know, it is of to no avail. Oh. Never mind. I think that was a false alarm. Okay. Okay, yeah, false alarm. Sorry. And it shouldn't even be this difficult to delete games. I mean, not delete games, the games, but, you know, the progress, you know, the save progress on them, the data. You know, there should be, like, a way to do it in-game, and or a way to do it, like, in Steam. You shouldn't have to go through a bunch of files to do so, only for it to not even work. Like, oh my god. Let me see what the time is. Okay, 11:10. But yeah, and this is a major issue with phone games as well. Like, I just do not understand why a lot of video game developers don't give us the option to delete our progress. It seems like a basic feature that so many video game developers overlook. Like, I literally don't get it. You know, Flipline is very good about it. Because, number one, it's very convenient to, you know, delete game progress. And number two, you can have 3 playthroughs going at a time. But, you know, some games, on the other hand, only allow you to have 1 playthrough. And you can't even do anything about deleting it. Like, ugh. Alright, last day. Oh boy. Where is Gotcha's wings? But yeah, ugh. I just don't understand why so many video game developers overlook this. Only being able to have one playthrough ever. I know game deletion, progress deletion, it's something that should be considered, not something done on impulse, but I don't think they take into consideration that there could be a lot more cases where someone might want to actually restart a game. Like, for example, coming back after a long hiatus of playing it, or they've played it, off screen, but want to do a let's play on it, There are many reasons to why someone could actually want to delete their progress. Some people simply just want to go back to the roots and start fresh. That is so hard for game developers to understand for some reason. Oh. I thought I haven't put his wings on yet. Wait, where's my boneless wings? I'm gonna make 2 for Moose. Because one's for Moose. Yeah, this game's fun, but it does get hard to keep track of all the wings. Especially when customers are blowing in like nobody's beeswax. Alright, and like I said, day 30, he's going to become bronze. Oh wait, never mind. Moose wants strips now. Man, you guys are so... Okay, not you. Not you. I was going to say you guys are so impatient, but Hacky Zach's cool. He cool. And, of course, Shittis. And I think I can recall him being picky. Cletus being picky. About his wing arrangement, even if it's arranged perfectly. Okay, not this time. Thank God. But yeah, I hope more video game developers learn, take that into consideration, making it easier for people to restart their progress, or at least give us multiple playthroughs. Okay, my patience flow is doing a lot better than it was. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, I think I don't really have much else to say on the video game rant, and this part's gonna be ending anyway, so yeah. Yeah. Picky customers, picky customers, picky customers. Anyway, yeah, guys. I'm gonna end it off right there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later.